There's the bear. They call him Daddy.
Hello, how are you guys? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're having a pretty good week. It is Wednesday. It's pretty mellow, relaxed around here, to be honest. Just like a quick update thing. This week there won't be any videos. Mostly like my Sunday got shot to hell, and that's usually my recording day. And what's it called? Just the rest of the week has just not felt like appropriate or right, or just like just energy's low. And honestly, I'm just kind of taking a break. Just at least thought I'd do the vlog for you guys, come hang out and talk and all that kind of thing. So at least we'll take care of that today. But other than that, yeah, I mean, you'll see Wolf Bite will be out this Saturday over on Vape Radio if you guys want to go check that out. We have Mike the Vaping Ape as our special guest for that show. So you guys want to go check that out. Hopefully, I think that's the one we're on. I know, like Frank said, we're like a week or two ahead or something, or I don't even know how they fall, honestly. Like my weekends are normally just full of stuff, and even this weekend's gonna be another one like that. Let's see. Thank you, Raven Shadow Vapes. You are amazing, keeping up that moderator thing going on for me. Right? Yeah, I don't know. This week has just been like, I think, like, I don't know if you guys could feel it, but all the Ohmies, we were just very, can I go to bed? At least it felt that way to me on Monday. All of us just kind of didn't, like, we were having fun, we were having a good time and having great conversation and stuff, but we were just very like, hey, I'm going to go to bed. And even worse, I had to go to work that night, so I couldn't even go to bed afterwards. I think today's the longest I've slept all week. I passed out about 7 this morning, woke up at 11:45, which for me, that's actually sleeping. It's pretty close to like 4 hours, roughly, almost 5. So yeah. Alrighty, so thanks Michelle for joining me. Seriously, if you are coming out to next year's NVE, we're hanging out again because that was fun. And this time I promised to bring the missus. I told her she cannot go without me. And yeah, that's that. Raven Shadows, awesome. Thank you so much. Seriously, you helped me out with that juice quite tremendously because I ended up getting a couple of different menthols and stuff like that, but I ended up landing on that WS3. And not gonna lie, it's a really, really nice one. It's really mellow, really chill. Like it. Then 808 Wrecking Ghost. How you doing, brother? Brother, dudette, I don't know. I've insulted people in the past on that one, and I apologize. And try not to, but honestly, to me, calling people dude or brother is just kind of a habit of mine at this point. I feel like I sound like what's it called, Hulk Hogan, because I say brother so much throughout the day. Addy Tooney. Oh my God, now it's getting started. Addy Tooney, bro, I loved your recoil post and the fact that Thomas Crow went with, no, you did the Twisted Messes one, then Thomas Crow went bananas with the recoils. So I felt like I had to like do like some goons and stuff because that's like one of the other ones that I have that's a lot of. So yeah, I thought that was a good little back and forth we had. Hey Angela, how you doing? All right. Oh yeah, Raven, did I send you coils, Raven? I don't remember if I sent you coils. Shmangela. I love that. I really, I can't wait for season 4 Rick and Morty. That comes out, it's gonna be badass. Alrighty, so yeah, let's just jump into some what I've been vaping. It's sad because I gotta make sure I hit the right bumper. I do gotta get one of those control panel things so I can just hit buttons, but I got it going, and that's it. Alrighty, so what's up, Lethal Coils? How you doing? Let's see. Oh, dude. Oh, Houston, we're gonna have fun. We actually have like not. We're probably not as massive as we were at NVE, but it's probably pretty damn close. Honestly, I know the Garrity's. We got both of the clowns down there. We got Stan. I think Joel's going. Swaggins. what's it called? Daily Vape TV. Yep, season 4 this November, around your birthday. That is awesome. I like that. There's gonna be like a group watch or something. See who else is coming down to Houston. I know Texas Cloudtown, AO Vapes. I'm trying to remember who else. I know there's like a ton of us going down there. So we'll see. I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be a rocking good time. So I'm excited. Hopefully, the show turns out okay. They finally released their vendors list. And let me know if I'm coming out too loud. Like I'm peeking over here and over there. And I don't know. Oh, for sure. Raven, like most people know by this point, I guess, because me and Nick say it all over the place. But we actually live like 10 minutes away from each other. Like, when was I over there, Angela, last week? Like last Thursday? No, it wasn't Friday because I had my kiddos over the weekend. So I think it was Thursday. Just remember going over there. Connie's going? Awesome. That's awesome. Get to meet her in person. And it makes me sad because like a lot of these folks live really close to us, or at least relatively close to us. And we should like do what they do at IVC, find like a central neutral location to hang out and just do like a what's it called? Do like a meetup or something. Seriously. Let me see. What did we give clown squishes for you? Oh, and Nick is big for all the squishes, man. He's a big fella. Thick Nick. Thick Nick is no understatement, just saying. But man is as big as his heart. Alrighty. Let me see. So what I've been vaping, I just completely derailed, and I love it. So yeah, I'm still rocking the Twisted Messes 24. My Hexome white with that door, and I really want to get a black and white stabwood door to go on this, so it makes more sense than just like a random green wood one or green, red, whatever. I can't complain. I got this one for free. I think this is the one that they gave me because one of my doors broke. Yeah, this is the one I got after one of my doors broke. They fixed the other one, and then they sent me another one. I was like, that is awesome. I don't know if you guys know the company. They used to be around like 2 years ago. They were called Give You Wood. I know for a while there they were like hitting up the like knife market, and I still do talk to them. I just don't know if they've been doing this because I don't even bother asking them about that kind of thing. Alrighty, so in that I do have this, and this is what I was talking about. This is for a future like mixing DIY thing. It is a fruit medley thing with menthol because that's what I was asked to do. I think I mentioned this last week on the vlog, but if you guys are a Patreon of mine, one of the cool things I'm doing is DIY along. I'll run a randomizer of all the Patreons. It doesn't matter what tier you're in, dollar, it doesn't matter. Because there's like $1, $5, $10, and I think it goes as high as 20. I don't even remember, and I'm the one that set it up. But you do what's it called? I'll run a randomizer of all the names, and then I'll hit you up, and we'll try to actually come up with the flavor profile together and name it. And you get a bottle, I get a bottle for the video. And you know, thought that was like something cool. And yes, Raven Shadows, you are correct. She was mentioning the whole hashtag vaping restrictions affect me. Please post those on Instagram. They are going around. Last time I checked, the hashtag only has like 115 photos. Some of them just tend to be some of like Grimm's 510 reports and things like that, which that's perfectly fine. But we need to like in the more contemporary time, I guess, we need to get those going. Seriously, get that going. Put your message on there. Let people know what's going on, because they like. I know a lot of us have been saying it for a long time now, but the shit is hitting the fan. Seriously, it's the fun times are coming to an end, and it's just one of those weird things. I had a weird talk to Paul, aka Labworks, about that, on how vaping, we kind of like we're still a very infant industry itself, an infant thing, and we're still learning from our mistakes and this and that, but they are hitting us hard. And I mean, I remember reading something about we're not gonna let if it took us so long to figure out that smoking was bad for you, and you know it took like years and years for people to catch on to that. We're not going to let this happen with vaping. And they really just want to associate us with vaping, and it's not the case. And even then, like, it was this TED Talk thing I saw. Yeah, this thing's bothering me right now, like how it's all weird. It was this TED Talk I saw on vaping, and she was talking about how, like, the Royal College of Physicians let us know in the, like, 70s or whatever. I can't remember really off the top of my head right now. Angela, correct me, please. Started going off about how, like, the Royal College of Physicians told us that smoking was bad, and it wasn't until the 80s where we actually fucking started listening. Here's the thing, and that's, like, the ironic thing about that statement is, because this TED Talk came out after this, but the Royal College of Physicians has said that vaping is 95% safer than smoking. So it's like, how can you quote that but not the following? It's just, you're full of shit. But that's kind of where my mindset goes. Alrighty, so yeah, what else am I doing over here? I'm back on that dead goat. I moved it onto my Warlock's hammer because it is Warlock Wednesday, and I just wanted to rock that and just like that with that DHD drip tip right there. And seriously, I want a chop top version of that, something a little shorter, but I want it. And in that, I got from Mr. Overdrip some Custy Berry, or no, wait, this is just the Custy, not Custy Berry. Custy Berry, sorry, is somewhere else. I just had lunch and I burped. Alrighty. So, then, oh yeah, here, give me a second. I'll look up a link for you. Get to see, at least, I don't know. I thought this lady was full of shit, personally. Alrighty, there it is. Let's see. There it is. I found it for you guys. Yeah, I don't know. Like, she has some good points, and then she has a bunch of terrible ones. At least IMO. Oh, did you find it? Yeah, like, I found the YouTube link for it, and yeah, I mean, like I said, she has some good points about teen vaping and yada yada yada. But with all that being said, still, you gotta, you can't, and like, she even tries to throw in the whole idea of, well, we can't take this away from adults, but, and then it just turns into a complete bashing on how flavors and this and that, and, you know, the usual rhetoric that we hear. All right, so it just turns into a pain in the ass. Then lastly, we're going to go with Espresso Cannoli from Primitive. Really, really good stuff. Really enjoying it. And I got that in that Ken 8025 Vindicator combo. And I still want to get one of those constant contact buttons for this guy, because I just have like the original contact. I want to get the constant contact. See how that works out for me. Oh, yeah, sure, dude. Go do your show. I'll probably try to jump into your chat on that one. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, Lethal. Alrighty. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. Like, we like flavors. I mean, I'm not for candy, but like, desserts are my weak spot. You get me some nice cookies. I'm a happy fella. Like, when me and my wife got married last year, we were talking about, you know, are we going to get a wedding cake? And she's like, well, you like red velvet. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, let's make it a red velvet cake. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, why not? I was like, okay, fine. We'll do a red velvet cake. So for our wedding, we had red velvet cake. It was awesome because that is my favorite cake. Pies. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are piecist, but I love pie. Get me a Dutch apple. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'll see where my timeline is at, and we'll see if we can hang out, Lethal. It'd be nice. But yeah, I was gonna say pies. I love pie. I love Dutch apple. It's my favorite all time. Pumpkin. Around Thanksgiving, I will make myself sick every year on pumpkin pie. Yeah, yeah. Pretty much. She's a psychiatrist from Yale, which yeah, it's one of those things. I do love that pie. Peach cobbler. Is peach cobbler a pie or is it really a cobbler? Either way, we like flavors. We like different things. The variety gives us an idea, and that's again. And I think I've talked about this before. Uh, Give me custard, coffees, fruits, cocktails, etc. Have a place in vaping. Yes, they do. All of them do. And that's what I was about to say. Here's the thing: for years and years, and I'm just talking about smokers. For years and years and years, we become accustomed to that cigarette taste, and even though somewhere in the back of our primitive mind, we're like, "This is fucking disgusting," we are still needing that nicotine and whatever other uh, additives they give it to make it more addicting, and all this kind of thing. So we get used to all that, and that becomes our normal. And the one of the major points for flavors is to get you away from that taste, get you away from that constant idea of having smoke. Yeah, she's an Ant's crazy person, but they're willing to listen to somebody like that over us any day, and you know that. At least my goofy ass, fucking short, big ass beard and tattoos, they're not gonna listen to me. I'm getting irate over here. But yeah, point of flavors is to change your mind on that and to bring you into something less harmful. And that's another one. I mean, they want to play this whole, well, it's not safe. Well, nothing in life is safe. I've during the wolf bite, I talked about this, or was it on Mike's show when we were doing the vape corner? Either way, on either one, we talked about raising your kids. You cannot keep your kids 100% safe. So nothing is safe in life. Going outside is not safe. Getting out of bed is not safe. People have rolled out of bed and sprained their ankles and fallen to the ground. It's one of those things. Going to take a shower, you could slip and fall. Shit, I almost slipped 2 weeks ago. I had a cousin that actually died that way because he was an epileptic and he had a seizure and he slipped and hit his head on the faucet, and that was the end of the guy. So, I mean, it's just one of those things of nothing is safe in life, and there's barely much you can do to keep yourself and your loved ones safe, except for just trying to do somewhat, common sense, logical things. Yeah, Vape magazine. Angela Garrity rocking it over there. Honestly, I look forward to her articles. They're always good. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Big Pharma needs tobacco more than tobacco needs Big Pharma, in all reality. Because if they don't have an ultimate evil to fight against that thing they need a champion for, then what the fuck do they have? That's where they lose their money, they lose everything. And I mean, that's where it goes to, as Angela and the girls on, that's what she said, put it, the ants, that's where they lose, because if they don't have that ultimate evil to fight anymore, and all these myths are busted and all this shit goes to to shit for them, they don't have their budgets, they don't have anywhere to stand on, and they got to get real jobs like normal people. But my thoughts, those are just my thoughts. All right. So yeah, that was ranty time and what I've been vaping. Just to calm my tits a little, we're gonna drink some beer. Let's jump into some beer. All right. So beer. And yeah, we're getting into this because I like beer. And this one was the last couple of beers I've done were recommendations by my beer guy. We call him Mustachius, and it's because the dude has like a crazy twirly mustache and everything, and the dude actually is at work with a crazy mustache like that every day. Alrighty, so this one is from Town Square. It is a Belgian style quadruple ale from Armadillo Ale Works. Yeah, there it is. There it is. That actually looks a lot better. There it is. Ooh, look at that. It focused. Yay. So, let's see. Is there any descriptions on the can itself? Well, let's see. 40 IBUs. Keep at 55 degrees for best taste. 9.5% alcohol by volume. Which, in all reality, I am so glad I decided to get food before starting this, because otherwise I'd be fucked. I tend not to eat before I do the vlog, and then the beer kind of gets to me, and my best rants are when I'm drunk, but I start slurring my words a little, and my tolerance has dramatically decreased over the years, because in my 20s, I lived that frat boy lifestyle of parties almost every other day, and bar to work and all that kind of thing. And now in my 30s, I've calmed down and I'm enjoying life. And I feel like I wasted a lot of my time drinking, but I still enjoy beer. Seriously, this is like my one beer a week. Alrighty, let's give this a pour. Ooh, that was not what I was expecting. Because I've had triples, and triples are never that dark. Alright, so I gave it a pretty good pour where it gave me no head, which in reality I probably should have let it. I'll be honest, the smell is pretty good. That reminds me of Coca-Cola, which is kind of funny. Makes me a little confused and excited about it, because I like Coca-Cola. Yeah, this is like a weird color. It's like a nice reddish hue. There's no pithiness to it. So yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty close to like a really light stout. See, let's do the flashlight thingy again, because I love doing that. See, it's kind of on the lighter side. Alrighty. And I forgot to mute my phone. That's the second week in a row I've done that. Luckily, it wasn't a phone call. Alright. Not very effervescent. No, but it's also the way I poured it. When I was a kid, my uncles and my father always made me pour beer for them after a while, and they taught me how to pour without getting any bubbles or head or effervescence. And that's just the way I pour at this point. And I've actually been told you're supposed to let it do that. That way the air kind of like it airs out a little bit and the flavor comes out more. And also it makes you burp less, but whatever. That's just where I'm at right now. I don't know. Like, since I don't know the description of this beer, I smell like a little bit of like that caramel, and I think it's the color that's messing me off. Should have called me just to throw me off. It'll throw me off either way, even if it's muted, because I'll be looking at it and I'm like, oh, somebody's calling. I don't know. It's got a very refreshing kind of smell to it. I don't know how to describe it. There's a little bit of the hops, a little bit of the. I don't know. It has like a bready kind of smell to it. Like, have you ever opened like a nice fresh bag of bread and that smell that comes out, like, just, you're like, oh, that smells good. It's kind of something like that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to make my mind up about this. Not very citrusy. No. Not very citrusy. Maybe a little bit piney, if anything, but not citrusy at all. All right. Well, let's give it a taste. Oh, wow. That is interesting. Was not good. I mean, it was not bad. It's called yeast. Yes, it's yeasty. What's up, Rob Van Dorst? Hopefully I said that right. I am bad for names, honestly. Dude, that is good. Not gonna lie, I'm really liking that. I'm digging it. I'm trying to think of what could pair with it. We're gonna go with this guy right here. I have Karango from Transistor in there, and we'll see if that works out. I have another idea, but I'm really like lost on where I'm supposed to go with this part, and hopefully I find like a nice pairing. War, you're from the Netherlands. Awesome. It smells like schnozberries. RY4, so like a tobacco. I'll be honest, Raven. I do not do tobaccos. Even like I've vaped maybe like 2 different tobacco juices in the, what year is it again? In the 7 years I've vaped, I've only vaped 2 tobaccos, and they were for a very, very short amount of time because tobaccos are not my thing. Like it's got that, like at least in my experience, it's got that dirty sock kind of thing going on, like a really big fat cigar kind of thing. And to me, they were just, I'm like, no. And I even tried mixing one of my own. And if my wife is still in chat, you could ask her on how horrible that went. That was not the best of times. I think I just went too crazy on the tobacco, and I was trying to blend way too much shit all in one thing. But no, it's worth a shot. I'd be down. We'll have to talk. Oh dear Lord. Oh my Lord. I think I'm done. I think I'm good. That's actually not bad. That's really, really good. The sweetness of the caramel kind of really mixed in with it really, really well. And oh man, that was quite delightful. Let's see if a custard works with it. Okay, so far you could jump back and forth. There is not much of a issue. The custard was just as good. Not well, not I wouldn't say just as good, but it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. Like the sweetness in the beer comes out a little bit more. It's very in your face, which kind of nice. I mean, I feel like this beer is like meant for somebody that really isn't big into beers and they would like a nice gateway craft beer. That's kind of how I'm feeling about this. This would be a nice gateway craft beer. If you're not really big into beers, but you want to try something that isn't pungent in your face or like too far whichever way, you know, like too stouty, too IPA, that kind of thing. Yeah, those are technical terms. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna try the fruit medley menthol guy. Okay, yeah, so this beer apparently pairs with everything that I have in front of me. I will do the ultimate test. This is Naul. That's what I'm saying. Like, this would actually, like, yes, that was a full-on beer orgasm. And I don't have many very often. Like, I'll be like, oh, this is nice. But that was full-on, oh my god, this is good. This one is actually pretty. I really do feel like this is like good for like people like sweet beers or are into that aren't into craft beers but want to give it a shot. This would be like a perfect starting point. Like for me, when it came to like crafty beers, Shiner Bock was my starting point. Then I got more snootier as time went on, and I remember like the first time I tried having Guinness, I thought it was the most strongest pungent thing I'd ever had in my life. And then, years go by, I started drinking more and more different things, try out different beers. And then one day I found a can of Guinness and I was like, holy shit, I still have Guinness. Well, let's give it a shot. And I was like, holy shit, this is like the weakest thing ever. And it's one of those things of your palate grows over time. You know what else is good for folks who don't like beer? Vodka, gin, what else? Bourbon. I'm a bourbon whiskey guy right here. Vodka by itself isn't flavorful, but if you get the right kind of vodka, vodka's actually really good when you get the right kind. Like I've had that Smirnoff vodka crap. No, thank you. Especially since like a big ass plastic jug comes for $20. You know where those $20 went. Yeah, this is an all around beer. I'll be honest. It's an all around beer. That's really good. It's nice. I'm liking it. Reindeer vodka? I don't even want to know what goes into that. Gabe Claus. Finlandia. Oh yeah, 1800 is amazing tequila. I'll be honest. I love 1800. Tito's vodka out of Texas. Really, really good. Death Wish coffee. Vodka. Oh yeah, I know. I imagine. I need it. You guys bringing some coffee with you? Angela, are you guys bringing coffee with you? Because might have to hit you up for some of that, like day 2 for sure. Keep that energy level going. Because otherwise, yeah. Expos are fun and this and that, but holy crap, are they draining. Like, I had to take Monday off from work, and they even told me, well, since you're taking Monday off, you want to come in Friday? I'm like, no, because I have things that weekend. And there it is, the burpiness. Let me see. Patron Ember. That's good sipping tequila. See, Angela drunk but can't pass out. I'm so in on that. Yep. That like okay, I'll be honest, Jaeger bombs are like the most half-ass backwards thing ever. It's the whole idea of you get a stimulant, which is Red Bull. You get what is it again? Alcohol's a depressant. You get them combined, and then you become like the happiest person ever, and you black out and don't remember the rest of the night. And then your friends get to tell you the next day how big of a jackass you were. Nothing more fun than Jaeger bomb. Any story that involves, and the Jaeger came out. You know that goes. See, that's the thing. I do want to get into Death Cup. Collecting like you guys do. One of my coworkers, I told him about Death Wish coffee. He's like, bro, I have 5 mugs. You don't have to talk to me about Death Wish. And I was like, okay. I get it. And like, I want to get into the collecting of the mugs, but then we have so many cups and mugs in this house that anytime we see one, both of us look at each other like, but do we really need another cup? Do we really need another one? Okay. Oh, dude, White Russians. I am an amazing mixer at White Russians. You cannot taste the alcohol and you will get fucked up. Yes, I took off Saturday night. I'm off for the entire weekend. From Friday night through Monday night, I am completely off. Let me see. Michelle, why are you in the North Pole? Michelle said she's a White Russian. Oh, that's amazing. Nah, we don't know what kind of coffee maker we're staying at the Stooge House, aka Booty Squad House. So we're not sure what exactly they have there, but they might have something there. See, Kahlua Amaretto with a shot of Jägermeister is a fine knock you on your ass drink. I can imagine. And it's mostly the Jaeger. The stories with Jaeger. I used to hang out with this band in like the late 2000s, mid to late 2000s, and they got sponsored by Jaeger. So guess what? We got to drink all the time, and it was the big ass bottle, the one that like is about that tall, and there would be like about 5 or 6 of them just going around. I'll ask around and see what amenities they have there. Alrighty, so let me see. Let's jump in some news and advocacy and all that. Alrighty, so if I haven't been ranty enough as it is, let's see how much more rantier we can get. Let me see, where did that page go? Nope. Oh, okay. For some reason, it moved it to this side. I need you over here, man. This computer's been doing weird things where if I like lower a window, it'll open it on the opposite screen, or vice versa. It'll just move it back and forth, and it's kind of annoying. Alrighty, so let's see. There we go, Angela. I'm reading one of yours, and sorry if I butcher it. My reading skills aren't the greatest. I'm getting better, but not the greatest. So FDA releasing digital age verification calendars. The FDA Center for Tobacco Products, or CETP, has released a digital age verification calendar and is currently being mailed out to retailers across the U.S. The digital calendar is free and will be available for ordering in a few weeks directly from CTP Lab or Exchange Lab. The digital calendars allow retailers to set the appropriate minimum age for the location, as many cities and states have chosen to increase the minimum purchase for tobacco and vaping products beyond the federally mandated minimum age of 18. The digital calendar will replace the paper FDA calendars and were initially distributed through the This Is Our Watch program. Alrighty, so digital calendars. Here's the thing. Those are fine and fucking dandy in all reality. But if they're not checking IDs, then what difference does it make? I recently went to our local gas station around the corner from here, and I'm trying to find this thing. There it is. And I bought this guy because I wanted to check it out. It's the Android Ace. And for $8 and like $9 for the pods, for like basically $10, you could get a full pod system. And yes, granted, I might look of age, but at no point did that guy ask me for an ID, ask for any proof of me being older than 18 or 21 now, since we are a T21 state. And it's one of those things that I feel that if they're not carding, then what's the point? You know? It's one of those things. They have to card. They have to check. And I mean, I know Nick has talked about it before on his channel, and you know, I feel that he hit the money on the head, or the nail on the head kind of thing. Even if you're 60 and you look old as shit and you look like you've been living life to its fullest and things like that, at the same time, if you're a new customer or somebody you do not know, or you do not know for buying vape products or tobacco products, for lack of a better anything, they really should be carding. I had to get the hell out of there. I probably should have, and I felt like it, but like there was a big ass line, morning rush crap. And it's one of those things of like, I don't know, like it really bothered me. And this is the second time I've gone to that gas station. Like I bought a Juul like a year ago and nobody said anything to me. And it's one of those weird things of like, I raised an eyebrow and even the dude noticed that I was making weird faces at him. And I'm like, you guys, like, you need to card more. And that's the thing, like anytime you hear about underage vaping when it comes to like the Juul and now like these kind of systems being available, the biggest issue tends to be convenience stores. And personally, I think vaping products being in convenience stores isn't a bad thing, because if a person goes in and buys a pack of cigarettes but then goes, hey, what are those things, they have a chance at finding vaping. They have that chance that most of us did back in the day. I know a lot of us, our vaping stories tend to lead in the idea of, well, I bought a blue at the gas station and gave that a shot, and then I decided to get something better. That story you hear a lot of, but it's because we had that chance. And if you take them out of convenience stores, that chance is lost. But with all that being said, they need to card. They need to card for tobacco. They need to, or for tobacco, vaping, alcohol. It's just kind of one of those given things. I mean, last year somebody at the place I work at, they forgot to card, and they were buying alcohol or beer, whatever you want to call it, and they forgot to card, and it turned out that it was an undercover police thing, and they fined the store and they fired that person. And she had been working there for years, and it just was one of those things that, like, she was on the rise to move up the ranks and all that kind of thing, and there goes her whole time there and career, if she wanted one within the company, just completely shot, and it's just based on one careless moment. Let me see. Angela says, Raven Shadow Vapes, I agree 100% with you, but vaping is getting the brunt of the convenience store lack of IDing. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, they don't have any knowledge of the products, but they should have at least knowledge of the laws. I will say that much. Here's the thing, like, when it comes to this stuff, you kind of more or less don't need a whole lot of knowledge. I don't think anything beyond like a starter vape, like a starter pod system, or back in the day, starter ego kit. Anything beyond that, I really don't think convenience stores should be handling them. Like, if we're talking like a mech mod with an RDA, that should stay to vape shops, because that involves a lot more knowledge, involves a lot more time that you actually have to take through to at least try to talk a person through it a little bit. I know we're not allowed to help them set it up and things like that, but at least let them know, hey, you need so-and-so batteries, you need to build to this, just some basic knowledge. Or even the whole idea of, hey, you need to go do your research before buying this and then come back to me. In convenience stores, they don't really have the time, especially if you go in through like morning rush, afternoon rush, lunch rush. They tend to just try to get everybody out of there as fast as they can, and that's it. It's all about a cash grab. Well, yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, some of these vape products are now, and Angela, you can correct me if you want on this, but a lot of them tend to be more big tobacco products, and that's how they're getting into convenience stores. And what's it called? The more that we have, the more that like big tobacco starts buying up these products and then redistributing them, the more that kind of tends to be a thing, Yeah, pretty much. And that's one of those things. So if you're going to be adding these calendars, they need to if they're going to be sending these calendars out, they need to like put on there, like, please ID, please actually check this. We understand you're in a rush and yada, 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 but please ID. Because the point of these calendars is to help them announce to their customers or whatever what is needed of them. But if you're not actually doing anything beyond that, then what's the point? Yeah, pretty much. They just need to card everyone. Especially, I mean, here's the thing. Like, there is like that solid clientele that you see all the time, that they always come in for the same exact thing and this and that. But then, you get that one person you've never met in your life, you've never seen before. And I mean, like, some people do get used to their regulars. They start recognizing faces. They start recognizing names. Even if, hi, this is how much you owe is all you have as a conversation, you do start kind of getting the hang of that, What is the personal question, Mrs. Garrity? As I take a long drag from this thing. Oh man, but that's how I feel about that, at least. Let me see, and this is from today. Alrighty, so, and then let me see. So yeah, again, more T21 stuff. let me see. Does your employer make people go through tobacco training? No, but we do not sell tobacco. They're a very anti-tobacco company. They are very big on anti-tobacco, and all their smokers and vapors have to hide behind the building like a bunch of lepers. When I worked during the day, that's kind of how things were done. So you can put up a good example out of someone coming in and buying something to someone else, someone with no ID. If no sale, period. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It just kind of goes into that. Wow, that is bad. That Dollar General is the only store that IDs. That's bad policy for whatever town you're from, Josh. And hopefully a lot of people catch on. I mean, that's the thing. Like, a lot of this stuff tends to put a lot of this in danger. And here's the thing. It doesn't just put the industry in danger. It puts your business in danger. It puts your company in danger. It puts your personal employment in danger. It actually affects a lot more than just one dumb thing, you know? Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing. I mean, like, I know I didn't have to because I don't deal with it, but there has been talk of us being able to handle alcohol or beer and wine. Personally, I don't consider beer and wine alcohol, even though it is, but it's just that level of alcohol content, I guess, to me plays a big part in it. But there has been talks of us maybe doing that beer and alcohol or beer and wine kind of situation. And at that point, we're going to have to learn alcohol handling, and we're going to have to get alcohol handling license, even though at no point are we going to be selling to people. Because I work overnight. I'm an overnight stalker, and we're not going to be selling to people, but we still have to get that training to know what we're doing, how we're handling it, all that kind of situation. So it's one of those things. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You can get an ID for very cheap. You don't have to get your license. You just got to get an ID. You just need a piece of plastic that says you're in so and so age and you're legal to do certain things within that state. It's not that difficult. I don't know. Angela, can you check for me how much it costs to get an ID here in Texas? Because the last time I remember because my mom doesn't have a driver's license, she just has an ID. I think she got one for like $15, but that was like years ago. You know, but getting an ID, it's a hassle in the fact that you have to go down to whatever governing body handles that for your state. Because I know California does like DMV. Here we do, what is that shit called? Department of Safety, or I don't know if they've changed the name of it since, but that's where you go get your IDs, and you sit through lines, you get your little ticket, and you got to sit there for a little bit, and then you just fill out the paperwork and yada yada yada. And it's one of those things of like, it's very simple to do. It's not that hard. You just got to go in and do it. State ID in Utah is $25. There you go. And that will save you a ton of time and help you out. There it is, $16 in Texas. Look at that. If you need an ID in Texas, just fucking go get one. Simple as that. Like I said, it gets a little ranty. So yeah, T21 stuff is still going on, and they're Angela, you posted this on Vapon, and it's the one about St. Charles raises tobacco possession age, and they're bringing it up to 21. And let me see, anyone under 21 who is caught buying or possessing tobacco in St. Charles will be fined $100 or 15 hours of community service, restitution for first offense, $250 or 30 hours for the second offense, 500 or 100 hours of community service for any offense after. So I mean, they're cracking down. It's becoming a thing, and that's the thing. I mean, yeah, it's cheaper than pizza. Well, depending, because Little Caesars is still $5. Let me see. Indiana. I'm guessing it's Indiana. Is $5 for ID, and you can be fined if you are 18 and don't have it on your person. Wow, that's some hardcore shit right there, not gonna lie. But yeah, again, like, getting an ID isn't really the hardest thing. And it's one of those weird things of, like, I do think raising the age to 21 is bullshit, and it doesn't work. It doesn't help. It just makes things more difficult for people all around. Because, I mean, again, I even posed this question when we recorded the Wolf Bite. When did you start smoking? And then when you see those numbers dropping of when you started smoking, and none of us were of age, none of us were able to actually purchase on our own. We all figured out a way to do it. Or if you were gifted as myself, you just looked old as shit when you were young. Because going into high school, I already had all this going. All this has just been a standard look of mine at this point. Yeah, there we go. T21 in September 1st. So, just a couple more months left on that one. It's sad that they just kind of went ahead and did it and just fucks with shit. I don't remember. Did they do a military exception at least? I'm trying to remember if that was still part of it. Let me see. That's the thing. What Raven said. You gotta, if you're gonna like do something like raise the age to certain things, and I mean even like alcohol, I feel like, yeah, at 18 you shouldn't be drinking because you're too stupid for it. But at the same time, what difference does it make if they're gonna be going to house parties and getting drunk anyways? You know, especially like between the ages of 18 to 21, if you're in college and you're hanging out with friends and this and that, you're gonna find that one guy that's old enough to do shit for you guys. So what difference does it fucking make? And if you're considered a legal adult but can't do legal adult things, then what the fuck? Like, I mean, Attitude, you put it on there. Voting, that's another one. I mean, are we going to raise the age of being tried as an adult? If you do something illegal, are you still a child under 21? I mean, it just turns into either make it all encompassing or don't. It's just very simple. It's one of those things. And I think raising it to 21 just makes no difference. See, let me see. Angela says she recently stopped at a local shop and talked to them about it, and they had no idea about T21 and had no idea how to identify a military ID. Okay, that doesn't help. Well, at least you were able to train them and let them know what's up, Angela. Seriously, that you're doing God's work. At least vape gods. I don't know. The K-Fun? I don't know. I've always read like K-Funs aren't the greatest for mechs. Mostly because that 510's a little short. Alrighty, so let me see what else. What I got going on? Let me see. So yeah, this week again, San Francisco coming up with more bullshit. They're trying to push like complete banning of flavors and banning of vaping altogether in San Francisco. I know I've been seeing something about New York going around, and we're just burping in the shithole. And it's just not great. It's one of those things that, like, it just baffles me on how, yeah, smoking is bad, and we all agree on that, and we know it leads to cancer and this and that. But with that being said, you know, where the fuck does it end? Seriously, like, I get it. You're losing money. You need your fucking money, but you're hurting people in the process. You're taking away from people that can find something better for their lives. Like, I know a lot of us really don't have the desire to quit altogether, and I get that. Like, me personally, I do vape some zeros here and there just because of that. And because, I am trying to work my way down to zeros, but I don't see myself quitting at any point. Angela, Nick, you guys are very close friends to me, and I know you very well. I don't see you guys quitting anytime soon. Love you guys, but that's just kind of like, I know Nick loves vaping. He loves his nicotine. I don't see him getting away from it anytime soon. But in the end, we're just trying to do something healthier for ourselves. But there are those people out there that are trying to find that alternative, something that will help them. I know this is like weeks old at this point, but like the whole Dave Navarro thing, where he said that he was able to quit because he didn't want to inhale anything anymore. But through vaping, he worked his way down on the nicotine intake and he was able to quit. And that's the thing. A lot of people forget that there is an end game for some people. As I drop my GoPro and things, there's an end game for a lot of these people that want to do that. But yeah, again, it keeps us from smoking. I know if I was a smoker when I met my wife, she would have hated me. She would have want nothing to do with me because she does not care for that shit at all. Like she's told me, you will go back to smoking over my dead body. And I believe her. She is a woman of her words. She does not fuck around when she says shit like that. And so, and I personally don't want to go back to smoking. I enjoy this way more. I've been around like some smokers, like one of my bosses is a smoker, and I'm not gonna lie, that fresh lit cigarette smell still kind of brings back memories, and it like takes me back and all that kind of shit. But then after a minute, that starts smelling fucking rancid and disgusting, and I can't do it. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm going on 14 years since the first time I smoked a cigarette, and I went heavy. And I am a person of excess. If you know me very well, I'm a person of excess. I don't do things half-assed. I do them full bore, and I go way too far, way too fast. And that's why like I stay away from certain things, like certain drugs. I stay away from gambling because I feel that can become a really big problem really, really fast. And it's just one of those things that I'd just rather not do that. Run mine on Mex, no issues. Stay over 0.3. All right, there you go, Josh. All right, that's good. So yeah, guys, thank you for joining me. I'm calling it. It's almost 4 o'clock. I'm calling it. And thank you for hanging out. Seriously, you guys made the show a good show, made it fun. And I appreciate everybody being here. Yep, whole ass is always the best way. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Go check out clownvapes.com. Hopefully I got a lot of new prospects coming on the way, and hopefully this weekend works out really well for me on the vendor list and the people I can talk to and all that kind of thing, because that's like one of the major points of shows is to like find vendors for your shops, or if you're a reviewer, trying to actually make contact with these companies so they know who you are, what you look like, and yada yada, especially if you're like more of a newbie like myself, things like that, and all that kind of thing. But yeah, so if you guys are in Houston this week, please come say hi. I might be weird about it because I have like a really huge personal space bubble, but I've learned to get the fuck over it. And I would love to meet any of you that are coming down there for it. And I would like to shake your hand, high five you. I am not a hugger, but I will suffer through it if I need to. I'll be honest. Like my wife's family, they're all huggers, and I just sit there like they're trying to kill me. But they're just trying to hug me. It's the weirdest thing. Go check out the Wolf Bite this weekend, Saturdays at noon, Sunday at 9 p.m. over on Vape Radio. Go see whatever the hell we're talking about, because like I said, I don't know which episode we're actually on, because I know we're ahead by a little bit. But yeah, go check that out. Vaping with the Ohmies next Monday. I know it'll probably be just me and James and a special guest. We are on the talks about that kind of thing, but just we'll see how that goes, and hopefully we have a good show, because I know like the PoonSauce and Swaggins will be flying back because they will be down here for Houston. So, it's one of those weird things of like you have to trying to fly back is a pain in the ass. Angela knows this, but when we came back from NVE, that day was a fucking beating for us. That day that we were coming back from NVE, I think we got in at like 1 a.m. our time, and I was like I'm excited about next year's NVE, but I'm not looking forward to the traveling. So yeah, Very appreciative of you guys and hope to catch you soon. So bye. And as always, mix on, vape on, and the whole vapey thingy. And I'm being lazy and I don't want to do it. So bye.